Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just wanted to do a quick, different video. I do a lot of unboxing and thoughts on camera equipment, but I took a little splurge today and got the new Xbox One S. I was able to pick up one of the last 2TB models from my local Best Buy. Shout out to them for always being an amazing place to get basically everything electronic. And yeah, so let's go ahead and unbox this thing. And afterward, I will give some of my thoughts on it, on why I upgraded, and hopefully it can help someone out make a decision to upgrade or not upgrade or get an Xbox or whatever. So let's get into it. So first thing I noticed is this box is, it's definitely bigger than the old Xbox, but not a lot, which is kind of funny. So I'm excited to see what one of these looks like in real life. I know they're supposed to be 40% smaller or whatever, so that's exciting. So right on the top we got just the straight up Xbox logo here. Let's see what this is. Looks like it's a green piece of cardboard with instructions on how to set up your Xbox. And if you don't know, you shouldn't own one. Yeah. Here on the side we got a little brick of probably cords. Alright, this is the new power brick. Pretty excited about that right there. Power bricks are not a big deal, but when they're this big, they're a lot cooler. Something I haven't seen in many videos yet, so I'll throw it in right now, is they always show the cord like this, and it's really hard to tell how long it actually is. Alright, so looks like it's about 4 to 5 feet long, probably 5 feet long. So I don't know if you can see the whole thing. Good length, not super long. It's going to be shorter. Here's something. Since I just traded in my old Xbox, this is definitely shorter, at least a little bit than the old Xbox with the brick, but I think this is a lot better than the brick. Exciting. So this is the new HDMI standard cord. I forget if it's 2 or 2.2 or whatever, but you're going to need that to watch any content in 4K for your TV to take full advantage of any upscaled signal or streaming and whatnot. So yeah, the old one obviously didn't have that. This cord looks to be a little longer than the power cord, which doesn't totally make sense. Yeah, it's definitely longer. That's my wingspan, so right around 6 foot 4 inches, somewhere in there, 6 feet. Doesn't make sense at the different lengths, but hey, now we know. Here's the new controller. This is I'm kind of excited to check this out. I actually only have the Elite controller for my old Xbox. I traded in the old controller a while back, so I'm excited for this. It's going to be good to have a backup controller, or if a friend or something wants to play. Feels really good. They got the nice diamond grips on the back, which feel really nice. I like that. That's good. Yeah. Feels notably sturdier than the original Xbox controller. I had a day one original Xbox One. And this feels a lot less creaky than that, so that's nice. It's all white, looks pretty sweet. It's going to be awesome to have, and then actually increase the trade-in value next year, and I'll get to that in a second. So I'll put that back. Looks like they also really splurged and went it for the Duracell AA batteries, because you just spent a lot of money on a white box. So one of the best. Alright, next thing we got in here is a box of, I don't even know what this is. Oh, vertical stand, because you can put this thing on its side, which is nice for a lot of people. It looks really good. I haven't decided if I'll be having mine on the side yet or not. These are like 20 bucks. The 2TB, which are now basically sold out everywhere, and they're not being made anymore. If you didn't hear about that, they're not making any more of these that size hard drive. This does come with that, so I'll probably use it just because I can. And then you got a 14-day gold trial, which I won't use. And I don't know what that is. I already have that though. And documentation that no one ever reads. So next up, last up, we have the console itself. So let's get into that. Here it is. It's a lot smaller. This is real exciting. Yep. Yep. Alright. That is significantly smaller. That's really nice. It ironically feels almost as heavy as the old one, but it's a lot smaller. I'm actually pretty excited about this. It's very Apple-esque in its look. It looks good, even just sideways or standing up. I believe it was this way. You know, it's hard to tell in pictures because they're always comparing it on a really compressed like telephoto shot, but this does seem a bit thinner. It's a lot like a PS4. There's a couple videos comparison. The PS4 is kind of like that much deeper, even though the width and the height is about the same. So there are certain dimensions are matched and certain others are not. But this is a really awesome improvement. It's hard to tell until you actually see one, but this looks smaller than I even imagined it would be watching basically every other video I could find on the internet about it. So that makes me happy a lot. I love the matte finish, and I just love the design. I know the Surface team was able to help design this, and they obviously do a really good job. And it doesn't look like a VCR anymore, which is super exciting. So let's get this taken off there. It's good. It's good stuff. And then let's get this thing mounted in the stand here. Let's figure out how to do this. Looks like you just take it that side there. There it is. And just, oh, there it is. Clicks right in the side there. And bam, there is the new Xbox One S. The 2 terabyte model here again. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this thing looks. So the next thing I want to get into, let's talk about a couple of the features on the box itself. Clicky button. No longer can you just slide your finger across, which for most people more often than not was a problem than a cool feature. I remember in 2013 it was cool, and now it's kind of annoying. Got your eject button here. Everything is nice and clicky, which I do really like that. USB port here in the front and everything else in the back. Obviously everyone's going to tell you there's no Connect adapter because Connect is dead and no one cares, but if you have one and you like it, you can get a free adapter from Microsoft. I traded that in a long time ago because you don't actually need it. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way this looks. Again, everything looks great together. I'm super excited to get it all turned on. Controller feels great. What I would have wanted to know before I bought this, things that I didn't find online. Again, that size is really hard to see. This is notably smaller. It's not like somehow micro, but it is a huge improvement on the size of the original Xbox. The design is much more modern. The buttons look and feel better. The overall just product design is much smarter, in my opinion. And the ability to put it on the side is nice. And the fact that the power supply is inside is really just, it's convenient. It's one of those things that people complain about, and it's honestly really stupid. I like the idea, but it's not a deal breaker, but if it is going to be inside, I think it's really nice. So there is that. So some reasons, okay, so you ask yourself, why did you go 2 terabyte? Why did you upgrade it all? I have a 4K TV. I don't have an HDR 4K TV, so you might think, well, we can't take use of the 4K or the HDR features in this. And you know, I think HDR is going to be a complete standard in televisions and gaming and in video as a whole. And honestly, in my opinion, HDR basically does its best to get TVs to look more like a computer monitor, because that's what they look like anyway. So in that sense, it's almost maybe not a gimmick, but it's something that we should just expect to happen, which is why I know it's just gonna be a standard technology, just like 1080p was and 4K was. It's not a gimmick like 3D. It's a mainstay, but it is something that should just be expected. So my TV now does not have that, but sometime in the future it will, and that's fine. And I am looking forward to maybe renting or trying out a 4K Blu-ray. But the reason I got this mainly, honestly, was the upgrade for Scorpio. Now here's something I didn't find online, but heard some of my favorite podcasters talk about. Shout out to the Mooch, who's a podcasting boss. You know, this thing is going to have, as far as anyone can tell, this is going to have more value next year on a trade-in towards the Scorpio system than your old Xbox. That could honestly change. They could run a promotion, but to me it was worth the upgrade to not have to worry about that. You know, basically I traded my old Xbox in at Best Buy, and I was able to get $125 out of my old Xbox towards this new one, which brings us to $275 since this is a 2 terabyte model. And honestly, next year I could probably get at least $200 on a trade-in, if not more, trying to sell it myself. Which means that over the course of the year, this upgrade is not really costing me anything. You know, you can make the argument that I had to spend money to get it, but it's also one of those things where, you know, if you are a day oneer like me, you know, Xbox fan, your warranty on your Xbox is done. And while things are probably not going to happen, to me, it's worth that little bit of money to get another year of peace of mind out of a warranty, have the newest, latest, and greatest. It's obviously got some spec upgrades, which are not advertisable upgrades, but they are going to be nice. I'm excited that Gears of War 4 might have some added horsepower or run just a little bit better. So I think it's just worth that upgrade even if you are going to upgrade to Scorpio next year, to at least consider getting this now, because a lot of your investment is going to be returned to you. And yes, it's going to cost you some money out of pocket, but you have to weigh if that's worth it to you. So I like having the 2 terabytes of storage in here from 500. Some people might say, oh, you could just get a smaller version of this in a couple weeks when those come out. And I know those come with free games, but I already have those free games, so that's not going to help me at all. So I'm actually repurposing a hard drive I was using with my old Xbox for this instead of using it here. So it's kind of helping me with some value too. So again, this is going to be, it's really down to you, but I hope that in all this video helps you decide to get one or not get one. And that's ultimately what I try to make all my videos about, is helping fill information in the internet of things that I wish I would have known, or just another perspective, because I think it's really valuable to have a lot of different people's opinions, and I think it's important for content creators of any kind to try and put their own spin on something that everyone else is doing, because I'm not the only unboxing video on YouTube of an Xbox One Slim. So my goal is to try to help you give some more thought and help you decide, even if you don't decide not to upgrade, you know, maybe I was able to help you decide. Again, I don't know how much your Xbox One Fat is going to be worth next year. They might run another promotion that's the same, and you might be fine. Your Xbox may not die in the next year, and it probably won't. But to me, in my situation, this was a very worthwhile upgrade. I'm very excited to give it a go, and I'm excited for the new features that will affect me, and just the idea of supporting features now that in the future will affect me when other things get upgraded. You know, you gotta support your team. I am Team Green, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks again for watching. See ya.